Welcome to the Off Label Podcast, your twice weekly dose of sanity in an insane world. We got a lot to get into with this political attack over the Arlington situation over there with the military. Yeah, everybody's kind of very pissed off at the fact that Kamala tried to make that a stunt. Let's see. We also got her also believing that the Constitution is the supreme land of our what was it, the supreme land of our nation or something like that. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, that's the educated crowd, right? The ones that think they're smarter. Yeah, that's them. We also got a Teamsters President Sean O'Brien. You guys, if you've heard that name before, you know what that's from. That's from the Senate hearing where, no, that would actually be House. No, it's Senator Bernie Sanders. So yeah, it would be Senate where the dude got in a fight with the witness there. We covered that too. You know, he was just saying stand up. Yeah, that's the Teamsters guy. He's got a little message that we need to get into as well. Then we're going to cut to Rumble. And on Rumble, Nashville Manifesto. All of it's dropped. We'll take a look at that. We got a lot more to get into, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and start the show tonight.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
If I snap my fingers, you forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No, stop. You can't. I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Sure.
You can't just state something, then snap your fingers, and then be like, I was never gay.
If you say so. If I snap my
And we got to do this.
Hi, folks. She's here. I am
Hey.
fucking crying again. Look at her. Look at her. She is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at the baby.
She was awake 2 minutes ago. But yeah, Ryan Olivia is making her podcast debut. It's gonna, thank you, Stacy. It's gonna ruin me later on when she has her own podcast and she starts just talking shit about me.
Oh, that's gonna be great. We're gonna have her on. She's gonna be like, "My dad's just an asshole." Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's also right.
Listen, I was listening to the girls on Monday, and they were talking about how Aaron or Nick Recada's daughter can make a lot of money. And Nobody Likes Onions was talking. Thank you, Pamela. About how his daughter can make money talking shit about him. But yeah, she's here. She got here Friday morning at 7:51 a.m. And we haven't really gotten much sleep. It's a lot different when you're older, when you're 41
Yes.
and 37 and there's a baby present. I didn't go to bed yesterday. I think I woke up yesterday at like 7 a.m. and didn't go to bed till like 3:30 in the morning. But oh, there she is. There she is. Ryan. Ryan. Hey. Hey. Say hi to everybody. Say hi.
He says, just let me sleep, man.
No.
You know how traumatic it is to just come out of a stomach? Just let me
No,
sleep.
no, I don't
all right?
remember. I think I
I
blocked out
won't
all my
remember
memories.
this either. That was traumatic as fuck. All
I
right.
blocked out all my memories till I think I was 7. I think I did go to therapy. Well, I did go to therapy and I graduated. But yeah. So she's finally here once again. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you once again. Thank you everybody who helped out with all the stuff that we needed. She is very, very well taken care of. Yes, it is a gift from God. She is very well taken care of for a long time. What up, Joe? But yeah, she's here. It's been almost 9 months in the making. Yeah, she popped out on Friday. It's been dude, that hospital's fucking listen, hospitals are great and all, but like it's like I slept on the most comfortable bed ever. It wasn't a
Right.
bed, it was a couch and
God,
they're
those
like,
things
"Yeah."
suck, man.
They're like, "Yeah, pull it out. It comes out." And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to make it any less comfortable. What are you out of your mind?"
You're talking about taking something that's the size of a wafer and making it something the size of paper.
What up, Tweaked? So yeah, she's here and I wanted to show everybody my sister was born with a full head. Yeah, she's got a full head of hair. She's
Right.
got a full
What's
head of
going
hair.
on, Joseph? Tweaked. But yeah.
So, yes. All right. Now we're going to get to the business, but listen,
I'm
she's
tired
here.
of shit today, dude. Myself.
Listen, you're tired? You're tired. You're tired.
Mhm.
She has to feed every 3 hours. And like I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. Every 3 hours is good." Until you try to sleep for 3 hours and then like you try to sleep and then all of a sudden you hear and you're like literally I put music on yesterday because I was going in and out of TikTok lives showing everybody on there. And like so I had music on and literally the music was very faint. So like every time some like the bass hit, it sounded like she was moving. So I jump up and make sure it was like she was still asleep. But yeah.
Right.
The cats are going wild, by the way. The one cat is dumb, and he's just like, "Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, whatever that is." And the other cat is just like, "Nope, I want nothing to do with that thing. Nope, nope, nope. That thing's smaller than me. Want nothing to do with it." She spent we got home Sunday, and she has not come upstairs but a few times. She's been the entire time she's been down in the studio.
Wow.
So, by the way, this baby's strong as fuck. And she's grabbed like she holds her bottle up already by herself. She's like, "I got this."
Fuck.
She was born 5 pounds 5 ounces, and everything is good.
I
No,
was 9 pounds 12 ounces.
and
I
now
was a big fucking baby.
pounds 4 ounces.
I mean, yes, but still.
Hold on, are you trying to put Luna in? Yeah, hold on. Amanda's gonna try to watch this. The cat's claws are out. Look, the cat doesn't want nothing to do with her.
Hmm.
The cat's like, "Nope, no, bitch, I'm out." All right, take her.
Well, maybe it's because she knows that she doesn't need to be trying to manhandle shit,
Yeah.
around a baby.
All right, I got work to do.
All right, so let me ask you something.
I love you. Fat's
Wait a
sitting
minute.
on the chair now.
Already, I got up.
Shit. Hold on. I accidentally took out that video.
Which one? Which one?
The one I had at the beginning, the Arlington ad one.
Yeah.
Um. That's not it. Damn it. Here we go. We go to the. Sorry about that, guys. I'm running on very little fucking sleep for the 2 days here. But anyway, Dave, do you remember this little video right here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's play it a little bit for the people.
We lost 13 great people. What a horrible day it was. We didn't lose one person in 18 months. And then they took over that disaster, the leaving of Afghanistan.
So they made that into a huge thing, right?
Mm-hmm. By the way, Mill Talk on TikTok is going crazy right now partially because of that, and partially because of, if anybody knows who the older millennial is and Jolly Good Ginger, okay, I'll go into it with the Tim Pool thing, but the Mill Talk on TikTok is up in arms kind of about that. Howdy,
What up,
hell.
Polar Bear?
What up? Thank you, Polar Bear. There's some people who are up in arms and some people who just it's so divided. It's so fucking divided, and it's like half the people this has happened and that happened. You're not supposed to, as a person whose husband was buried there and father's buried there. It's a disgrace. And you got other people that he was asked to be there.
Well, I mean, it still doesn't matter because everything is lawfare to these motherfuckers. From Jump Street, it's always been lawfare, and everybody's like, okay, I'm looking at these cases, and we all know they're all bullshit in any damn way. What else do you have? Because like I said, I want y'all to find something on a man. He's looking squeaky-ass fucking clean. For him to be the cleanest motherfucking American, that's a sad thing. But to make it well, now it's an illegal thing because it says that you can't do this and that. I'm sorry, hold on.
Richard is still not feeling good.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just getting the rest of it out of my lungs and our sinuses now. But I'm sorry. You're not gonna sit there and tell me that somebody who actually had a plan to get out, pull all of our shit out, pull all of our troops out, and it made fucking at least somewhat of combat sense that I understand, and you're just gonna throw that away. What was it? 2-3 months beforehand? Something like that he actually pulled out everybody and pulled everybody to Bagram and then just fuck the troops and grab them, let's go, fuck everybody else. And then 13 service members died and they knew it was going to happen. I mean, there was also reports about them saying that they didn't even want Kamala Harris and Joe Biden there. So I don't care if he's a criminal. Your current administration let them die. And they had literally no problem at all.
And they're
not
blaming
even
it on
looking
him.
you in the face.
They're blaming it on him. They're saying, well, if Trump's plan was so good, why didn't it work out? It's like, no, Biden took over the plan.
Yeah.
And then, Trump didn't do the transition the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it's bullshit, dude.
I mean, look, not for nothing. Trump's not the only one who knows the fucking plans, guys. He's not the only one who knows the plans. The military, the head of the Milley and that other dude who decided to just abandon his post and I went away to Florida for a couple of days. I was back. Did you tell anybody? No, but you know what?
Yeah, Lloyd Austin.
Yeah, they knew the plans. Don't tell me they didn't know the plans. And Biden did it the way he wanted to do it.
We left all the equipment there. We left even pallets of fucking cash there. And guess who owns that right now, ladies and gentlemen? Guess who has control of Bagram Air Force Base? China. We have another connection with Democrats in China. We're not just talking about Fang Fang. Maybe we are.
I'm sorry.
Maybe
Greg.
we found her, but what?
Calling out your kiddos every day. Rest in peace, son. 23 from fentanyl-laced marijuana in his beloved Kentucky. Sorry, Greg. You know, I couldn't imagine. Like, dude, it's one of those things when you have a child that, like, you spend 9 months waiting for this child to come. The child gets here, you raise it, you try to do everything you can for it. You try to you make sure that nothing happens to this child, and then it just turns to you and just goes, I'm a he, she, they. And you're like, God damn it, you motherfucker. Do you understand what your fucking mother had to do for you understand? You were standing on your mother's fucking ribs.
I didn't ask to be born.
Yeah, I didn't ask to be born. No, you didn't. But once again, mom's body, mom's choice, right?
Yeah.
That's what dude, I've been thinking about that for a week now. Like we're like, oh, I didn't ask to be born. No, but you know what? Mom's body, mom's choice. You want to go that route? So
What up,
mom
Don?
chose. What up, Don? Mom chose to have you. Is it not her body, her choice? So yeah.
Right.
And then watch the brain fry. But you know, just go. We got to go with, because I have so much. There's so there's so much.
Okay,
I haven't been on here in fucking.
with it.
I haven't been on here in 2 weeks. I'm just like, there's so much shit.
Why does our cameras just like mismatch with different things on the screen? Fuck it. I'm just going to bring it like this. All right. So she writes this. As vice president, I had the privilege of visiting Arlington National Cemetery several times. It is a solemn place, a place where we come together to honor American heroes who have who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service of this nation. It is not a place for politics. And yet, as was reported this week, Donald Trump's team chose to film a video there, resulting in an altercation with cemetery staff. Still have yet to prove any of that. How'd that comment? Let me be clear. The former president disrespected the sacred ground for all for the sake of a political stunt. I'm going to be honest. When I hear "let me be clear" from these motherfuckers right now, I'm exactly thinking the exact opposite now.
Yep.
I'm going to think the exact opposite. Why is it when they try to beat a narrative in your head, it's always "let me be clear" or "to be completely honest" or something like that, you know?
When someone has to tell you,
always, when you know it's a straight fucking lie, this is what they tell you.
when someone has to tell you, listen, this is what I did. Listen, this is what, you're not being honest. You're not being honest. You're lying to me. Oh, I did it.
Right.
Let me be clear. Well, you can be. Once again, I'm so okay. Can I have
Go
the
ahead.
screen? Can I have the screen?
Yep. Go ahead. Take it.
I hate doing this because you know me. I don't like to. I am so sick and tired of politicians trying to say that Donald Trump's a liar. He might be. He could be. He is. But before Donald Trump, the joke has always been, you know when a politician's lying? When they open their mouth. So you're going to tell me that just because Donald Trump is saying things that are quote unquote untrue, we can't trust him, but we can trust every single other politician? You've had people in Congress for almost since World War II, and they're still there. You're telling me that politicians are now all of a sudden turning the page and they're telling you the truth? And you want to sit there and just blame everything on Donald Trump? I'm sorry. Unfortunately let me be clear. Don't get it twisted. I smoke and didn't exhale. Exactly. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Do you understand the Kennedys had women on a spit roast? Okay? They had women on spit roasts and the news didn't say a word. You had a Nixon lying throughout his whole presidential career. You have all these politicians now All of a sudden,
mean-
they're the truth sayers?
What about Bill Clinton's situation? You remember that?
What about weapons of mass destruction? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember about, I will not start any new wars. What happened? We did not have really, I don't think we had, it was a new war started while Trump was in office. And in my lifetime, I have never seen that. Right before Bill Clinton left office, we started a war.
Yep.
Right before in Reagan, we had what? The Cold War.
Yep.
Bush Sr., Iraq. Clinton, Iran. George W. Bush, Afghanistan. Obama, Yemen. And a couple other places. We were still in Afghanistan. And then we came to Trump. And Trump was trying to pull our troops out of everywhere. And they lied. They lied to him. They told him that they took the troops out of everywhere and left troops in certain strategical places. Because they said, oh, we couldn't do it. But, we couldn't tell him that. I'm sick and tired of people telling me that Donald Trump's a liar and every other politician doesn't lie. Republicans are liars, but Democrats aren't. Bull fucking shit. They're all liars. It's the lesser of two evil right now. And unfortunately, it's Donald Trump. And if you're on the far left or the far right, you're in a cult. If you're vote blue, no matter who, you're in a cult. If you're the ultra MAGA, you're in a cult. If you will vote for anything that Donald Trump says or defend every single thing that Donald Trump does, you're in a fucking cult. And unfortunately, that's a 0.1% of both sides. But that gets the most airtime. Never forget, folks, the news says if it bleeds, it leads.
Yep. Who pushed the racial aspect? I mean, let's be honest. Who pushed the racial aspect onto us? The algorithm, the internet algorithm, because it said, hey, police brutality and racism is the biggest thing, so let's put police brutality connected to beating black people. And then push that algorithm for fucking years, up to the point to where everything boils over. We're all locked down. We're all going insane. And then George Floyd. And then Breonna Taylor. Darnell Brooks. Everybody else that just proved to be a fucking lie time and time and time again. And who was behind pulling that trigger?
Oh, the guy who had a beer summit.
That was just mainstream media altogether, just to drum up a racial narrative so they could riot all over the fucking country in 2020 so that you could just say, fuck it, I'm done with the riots, I vote Joe Biden. And they can make it clear with something like that just in case, because we all know what the fuck happened.
And listen, Pamela, I get that.
What?
I get that. I'm just sick of hearing it. I really am. I'm sick of the Republicans going, well, George Forrest funded me. We got it. It's the same thing with the Democrats and blaming Trump for everything. We understand George Soros, yes. Alex Soros, yes. They're billionaires who push a lot of propaganda. What up, Eddie? Like, I get it. But like, I'm just sick and tired of hearing it because it just sounds stupid. It sounds like, unfortunately, Soros has become synonymous with Q.
That is the point behind that, though, because Soros was actually brought up and actually kind of noticed because of the QAnon shit. Okay, nobody really. He was never a public figure. People knew who he was and what he was doing and things like that, but he was never a major public figure until the QAnon bullshit came up. I'm
not going at you, Pamela. I'm not. I used your comment to springboard into something that I've been thinking about for a while.
He has a point, though. He does have a point.
It's not It's nothing. It's nothing about you at all. It was a springboard to because I've had this thought for a while because it's one of those things where the Democrats go Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, and the Republicans are like George Soros, George Soros, George Soros. Like I'm sick and tired of both of them. I'm once again I'm middle of the road. I will call it straight on as it is.
You're right. You're right. But I will say this though. Here's the thing for Pamela out there. You have to understand, you are going for the top of a pyramid in a conspiracy theory chamber all the way down to the bottom, where the bottom is still these dumb motherfuckers who don't even know Kamala Harris is the vice president. We're still stuck at the bottom. There is a lot of us that know about the top, but try telling the top to the people down there who don't even know who our vice fucking president is.
Which leads us back to this.
There is nothing new from Donald Trump. This is the man who called our fallen service members suckers and losers and disparaged Medal of Honor recipients. Neither one of them actually fucking happened.
What's funny is that there's no video of it, but they keep saying it. There's multiple videos of Joe Biden calling them stupid bastards.
You know where the suckers and losers thing came from?
A news article.
Somebody had brought up something about McCain because he was saying I'd like it if my troops actually won or some shit like that, and they brought up McCain.
No, but
and
somebody
he's just like, he's my opponent. The dude was fucking captured and shit. So would he really be that great of a soldier? And that's what kind of took off into the suckers and losers comment. That was just made up.
But it was also in an Atlantic article where some general said that he heard Trump saying that he called troops suckers and losers.
Right.
But yeah, no, it came from McCain because he was, I don't think he was running. Was he running against McCain at that time? Or
no.
It was just brought up or something like that.
It was McCain.
Once again, I don't, not for nothing. I really, really, really do not blame Trump for the things he said when he started his presidential run, because Trump would have been like any one of us. Trump would have been like any one of us, like, fuck John McCain. He's a warmonger.
No.
He's a warmonger piece of shit who got caught. So fuck him. Because he literally came in to vote for war while he was absent from fucking Congress.
Right.
So he was a warmonger. He made money off of it.
Oh, hell yeah. Everybody does. Everybody in the fucking government does. But yeah, he goes on to a man who, during a previous visit to the cemetery, reportedly said of fallen service members, I don't get it. What was in it for them? Hold on. Now I'm going to ask you something. You're sitting around 400,000 dead soldiers. You see what your country has done to your citizens. The best of us, the ones that actually stand up to say, come hell or high water, I will defend this country. You see 400,000 graves, and you understand what our country has been doing, starting wars all over the world just because it's lucrative business. So what was in it for those people that died? A lie? You said you were defending democracy. Does it look like it now? I'm not trying to disparage you in any way. I'm not trying to look down on any one of you, because every single fucking one of you answered a call that I refused to because they put me as infantry when I made an 86 on my fucking ASVAB, not even trying.
Wait, Eddie Block wears a shirt and tie?
Yes. But what I am saying here is those people died for a dream that did not exist. So when you look at it in that aspect, when you ask what was in it for them, free college,
a job, not going to jail at some points, because remember back in the day, they told you you can either join the military or go to jail. And a
Mhm.
lot of people were like, "Oh, I'll join the military."
And it
So-
actually fucking worked. Because they were in it for 4 fucking years, no matter what.
Listen, you got to be, if you're going to wear a shirt and tie, you got to be shaved, brother. But yeah, it's dude, this whole thing. Where is it?
Why are you looking for that? She says, this is a man who is unable to comprehend anything other than service to himself. Ma'am. He was invited there. And from what they say, you sure as fuck were not.
Yeah. You know who else was invited there? Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
And who showed up?
Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. If there is one thing on which we as Americans can all agree, it is our veterans, military families, and service members should be honored, never disparaged, and treated with nothing less than our highest respect and gratitude. I'm sorry, pause for a second. When those bodies were coming home, did Joe Biden look at his watch every single body?
Bet, Eddie. Bet.
I mean, that fucking bothers me right there. Highest respect and gratitude. The motherfucking president of the United States, every time a body came out, he was looking at his watch.
Yeah.
How fucking disrespectful can you get? How much more disrespectful can you get? And it's my belief that someone who cannot meet the simple sacred and it is my belief that someone who cannot meet this simple sacred duty should never again stand behind the seal of the president of the United States of America.
Why?
I will honor our service, and I will always honor the service and sacrifice of all Americans, fallen heroes, who made the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of our beloved nation and our cherished freedoms. I mourn them and salute them, and I will never politicize them.
You're doing it now. You're doing it fucking right now. How fucking stupid are you? How fucking stupid. You're doing it right now. You're talking about a presidential nominee.
As part of your official statement. I mean, they asked for him. I got every single one of these videos, and we're going to listen to them all.
By the way, oh my God, 8 Gold Star families whose children were killed because of Kamala Harris made a video. They all destroyed Kamala Harris for politicizing Trump's visit to Arlington and ignoring them. Kamala Harris is showing her true colors. Here it is. All the videos talking about how they were happy about Donald Trump going there.
Well, you want to have some fun with it, brother?
Let's do this, Brutus.
Let's bring this one up right here. This comes from Trump's Twitter account himself. Darren Hoover, father of Staff Sergeant Taylor Hoover. Let's bring this full screen.
My name is Darren Hoover, and I'm the Gold Star father of United States Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Taylor Hoover. Kamala, I want you to understand, and I know it will be difficult for you because you lack empathy and basic understanding. The events that happened on August 26, 2024, with President Trump at Arlington National Cemetery were solemn and in keeping with the reverence and respect that is given to all members of our military that are buried there. We invited President Trump. We are the ones that asked for the video and the pictures to be taken at the tomb of the unknown soldier. This was a very solemn wreath laying in our son's name, along with the Sergeant Nicole G family, as well as 2 of our catastrophically injured military members that were there on that horrific day in the honor of our Abbey Gate 13. We then moved to the gravesite where our children are buried. Again, we asked the Trump team to take the videos, take the pictures of our time there. President Trump then laid a wreath at the graveside of Army Staff Sergeant Ryan Christian Canals. There he talked to both his mother and father. President Trump then moved to our son's grave, where we were surrounded by our family and friends, where we talked about Taylor and his sacrifice to this country. Let me be clear. There was no politics discussed, none whatsoever. There was also not an assault that we observed take place, or did we hear it? I don't know where this is coming from, but it's disgusting and gross. President Trump has been there for us from the very beginning, when our son and the other 12 of his brothers and sisters in arms were murdered due to your negligence and uncaring attitude towards our military. Don't forget, Kamala, you were the last one in the room. You and Joe Biden made the final decision on how to pull out of Afghanistan. You created the chaos and mayhem for the military to accomplish their goals. Our sons and daughters made the best of a difficult situation, as they had been trained to do. They adapted and overcame all of that and came out as heroes, something that you will never know or understand. Kamala, we have been treated with the utmost respect, compassion, and understanding by President Trump, something you and Joe Biden have refused to do since August 26, 2021. Where were you and Joe Biden on August 26, 2024? Nowhere near Arlington Cemetery. You couldn't be bothered to be with us or even say our kids' names, just as you had done for the last 3 years. Neither one of you have called to speak with us or share in our grief. I wonder, Kamala, do you sleep at night securely in your bed? Or do you have nightmares of our kids because it was your incompetence and negligence that got our kids murdered? It is you who sends out messages on social media that are outright lies. It is you that has disrespected our families. It is you who knows nothing about service and sacrifice. It is you that has divided this country, and it is you who is unfit to be the commander-in-chief. These are the only memories we get to make with our son, and it is you who is playing politics and trying to detract from our memories made that day. You should be ashamed and embarrassed at your lack of empathy and decency as a human being. You are only in this for the power and prestige. You don't care for our military or the citizens of this country. You should hang your head in shame at your actions or lack thereof. You need to move aside, get out of the way, and stop hindering the progress, growth, and independence of this great nation.
I'm sorry.
They asked him to be there, just like they asked Kamala and Joe. But Joe was too busy in Rehoboth Beach.
Even though it was potato quality, probably done from an old fucking laptop because the dude don't know what the fuck he's doing kind of situation. I felt that was genuine.
By the way, Don, I was an altar boy too,
Oh,
and I was never touched, and I felt ugly because of it for the rest of my life. And it gave me a What do you call that when you don't think you're good looking? Astigmatism?
No.
What is
How did we get here? What?
it gave me a complex. That was it. Not astigmatism. It gave me a complex. I can see well, but really quickly, let me new John McCain's son Jimmy says he is so disgusted that Trump would turn Arlington into a campaign job that he is voting for Kamala. Ironically, in 1999, John McCain himself used Arlington National Cemetery as a campaign background. In a political ad, then presidential candidate John McCain was seen walking through Arlington. The incident got so much attention that McCain was forced to remove the footage from his ad. McCain to remove
I do
Arlington
remember
footage
that
from campaign ad. An LA Times headline read from November 12th, 1999. Republican presidential candidate John McCain, who Trump called a sucker and a loser and for getting captured, will remove footage from Arlington National Cemetery from his campaign biographical television ad. The report read. The Army said that this week that Arizonian campaign did not ask permission to film. Arizona not asked permission to film at the cemetery. Any request to do so would have been denied because partisan activity is banned at Army installations, and the Army said, the LA Times reported at the time. It just blows me away that these men and women that are laying in the ground there have no. Don't diddle my stigma.
Damn it. I shouldn't have moved. I should have just left it up and just let you just finish reading and then come back down to it.
These men and women that lay in the ground have no choice of whether to be a backdrop for political campaign, he said, according to CNM. Where's Jimmy condemning his father?
With whom he served. He returned home, spirit unbroken, again devoting himself to his country. Navy officer, congressman, senator, taking on the establishment and defying special interests, and never forgetting those heroes with whom he served. Today, John McCain is ready to lead America into the new century. His mission to fundamentally reform government, more experience and more courage than anyone, ready to be president and leader of the free world.
I swear to you that from my first day in office to the last breath I draw, I will do everything in my power to make you proud of your government.
John McCain for president. Never forget.
I just kind of connected something in my own damn head. Like, I remember the John McCain situation. I remember him running and how that everybody was trashing him and shit for calling him a warmonger. But everything they say Trump is, he would have, he kind of would have been in the same situation.
It happens every fucking time, dude. It happens every time. And it's like, it's like the Mandela effect every time. They sit there and they go, Trump's this and Trump's that and Trump did. And then, but they forget that they called for the same fucking things. Like, they didn't want to certify the 2016 election, yet 2020.
Right. But let's go on to the next little video here. This is Coral Doolittle, mother of Corporal Humberto Sanchez.
Doolittle, I am Corporal Humberto Sanchez's mother. This is my statement of what happened on August 26, 2024. My son is not buried in Arlington, but I really feel like when President Trump went and paid tribute and paid his respect in Arlington for our kids, it was not just the ones buried in there, it was for all of our kids, and it was an invitation that the families actually extend to him, and it's not the first time that he actually meet with us and share time and with our families. After 3 years until now, Kamala Harris and President Biden didn't even say their 13 names. They called the withdrawal in Afghanistan a success, and for us it was just sadness and a disgrace. They are the responsible persons of murdering our kids, And until this day, they did not give us a meeting. They did not accept to meet with us and give us an explanation of what happened. Being him the commander-in-chief, he definitely left our kids behind and just to fill the agenda of his prior commitments. I invite Kamala Harris and Joe Biden to accept the meeting with us and meet with us and explain us what was the whole deal behind the withdrawal in Afghanistan. I think that as a parents, we deserve a explanation and we deserve the truth of what happened with our kids that day.
So they don't even know the truth themselves about what happened.
No. Once again,
And they've
folks,
never even tried to meet with them.
these are your elected officials. They're
That's
the
your
people
taxpayer
you've
dollars at work.
elected. They're the people you've elected. I want to show this video really quickly because this got me. This got me heated, dude. It says, watch as Massachusetts Democrat Kip Diggs gets triggered when confronted by woman at the Troops in the Spotlight event regarding his no vote on an amendment that would prioritize veterans over migrants in the emergency housing list.
Why are you here today? Excuse me?
Why wouldn't I be here?
Well,
my father was a vet.
You keep voting against the veterans on Beacon Hill. There was a bill.
Did you see the Heroes bill? You just passed the Heroes bill.
No, but you keep voting for illegals over veterans.
You see, I keeps trying to walk up on her, though.
For illegals over veterans. You don't want to answer? Actually not true. You don't want to answer the question? It's not true. I've seen the roll call.
What I don't want is
I've seen the roll call.
if you want to interview me, okay, you should ask. That's the question.
That's what got me. I'll continue.
You know what? This is still America. It's a free country, and I can say anything I want.
It is a beautiful country. We are very blessed to be living in you.
Right. And so I can approach you and ask you questions as I feel. Why?
So I simply retweeted and said, bullshit. If you want to interview me, you should ask. First off, fuck you, Kip Diggs. Second, these are the people paying your salary. You should answer their questions. Good on this lady.
Right.
They think they're above you, folks. I don't understand where you don't understand this. They think they're above you. By the way, there's spittle on my shirt and it's bothering me. But they think they're above you. They have protection. They have security. They think I'm sorry. They don't think they know they're above you. Yes, please, babe. They know they're above you. So they will not answer your question, even though you pay their salary. They don't make money from anywhere else except for you and me.
Well,
you should ask. Well, yeah, never mind. Yeah, yeah, stocks and bonds and everything like that. Yeah, no, and talks and books and everything. But yeah, they're above you, and that's how they feel. Thank you, baby. And so, oh, did I? I'm sorry. I'm pressing buttons. That's how they feel about you. If you want an interview, you should ask. No.
Especially if you're out in public. If I want an interview in your office, I will ask. If I see you out in public, I will ask. That's how it goes.
And that's why these people don't go out in public. They don't go out and do these town halls because they fear what people are going to say. They fear what you're going to tell them. And they don't want to hear from you. They don't. They don't care about you. They don't care what you have to say. They only care about what's going to make them more money.
Well, I care about what they have to say.
I was drunk in the bar. They pushed me in public.
Right. I mean, that is a good defense for that shit. It's not going to work, but it is true.
Listen,
I got drunk at a bar. My ass got a little rowdy. I got ejected. Therefore, I was drunk in public. It's their fault. It's a fucked up loophole. It won't work, but there is reason to it. Of course, we got Jacqueline Smits. I'm sorry I had to cut. That's a hard cut into this video now. But we got Jacqueline Smits, mother of Lance Corporal Jared Smits. Let's bring this full screen too.
Kamala, your statement is nothing more than a political spin to help you look better in your presidential campaign against Donald Trump. You have never walked a single day in our shoes. Our kids were murdered because of your administration, and you are partly to blame for that as well. What happened at Arlington was President Trump was invited by those families who have their soldiers buried at Arlington. They were invited there as a friend, as somebody who has taken the time numerous times on numerous occasions to hear our stories, to speak our kids' names, and to help us get some accountability from your administration, because in over 3 years, we have gotten nothing but more and more lies. Just like your statement, more and more spun lies and cover-ups to make you and your administration look good. But there is one thing that you said in your statement that was true. No one should be running for president if they cannot honor military members, their families, as well as veterans. So I guess that means that you should step down, Kamala.
Oh, God. I mean, I'm not going to lie. She has a point. She straight up has a fucking point. They didn't even try to go.
No.
Kamala Harris and Joe Biden got those people killed. They didn't even try to go. Why was that? Why? Because you knew Trump would be there?
Because Biden was too busy at Rehoboth for what, like the 16th day? Remember when they had the count up of vacation days that Trump took?
Joe Biden has spent, what is it, more than a third now. I know that. At this point in time, it's got to be pushing close to about a quarter?
No.
Maybe more than a half?
It's almost a half. I think it's something like 300. Well, yeah. I don't know how much 4 years is.
I mean,
but it's at least a quarter. At least a quarter of his time he spent.
It was called out, like, from independent media. It was called out a long fucking time ago about his mental decline. They had to hide it for so damn long, and then all of a sudden, well, we can't do it now. He has to be in the public eye for these debates. We can't use COVID as a defense. That's not going to work. What do we do? Well, we throw up one. He fails out. Who do we got up next? You can't pass up Kamala Harris. She's the vice president. What are you going to do? Have her sit down? Look, Davey looks like he's about to fucking pass out. Either that or he's frozen.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you, but your video is frozen. Hello.
Just happened.
I don't know, but it kicked you back out. What's up?
I'll be right back.
All right. But I mean, yeah. You got these motherfuckers killed. Just straight up. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are the administration that got these 13 fucking service members killed.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Huh?
What warning, Eddie?
What warning? What?
Thanks for the warning.
Oh, that you'd be back.
Oh, shut up, Eddie.
But, I mean, you got these 13 service members killed.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even show up. You won't even meet with these people to tell them what really fucking happened. And you want to say that, oh, there's some legal shit here because he's a criminal. That we're going to say keep pushing down your throat, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got nothing left. And I'm going on this rant, ladies and gentlemen, because we're about to cut to Rumble early because things are about to get a little bit spicier along the way.
Well, I wanted to play one thing.
Okay.
Before we get there.
I don't know if I can hold back from not being an ass tonight. You know?
Yeah. No, I get it. But ladies and gentlemen, Dapper Laughs, who I've followed for a long time. This man is hilarious. If you don't follow him, please follow him. He is all about the comedy. But it has come to the point where a lot of comedians have had fucking enough.
Tell you a little story, all right? Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's called A Day in the Life of an Englishman. Now, picture this. You're in London. It costs more than you earn to live here, so you're slowly accumulating debt. You can't afford a holiday, so you're addicted to drugs just to fucking escape your life. Oh. The weather's shit. The people that live here are even shitter, and they hate each other with a passion, and you can't afford to leave. There's homeless people all over the place. The shops are boarded up because of COVID. Anyway, you wake up one morning to find out your tax is going up because Labour's in. And this is after you, Les, the cost of living crisis, energy prices, interest rates have all eaten that last little bit of extra money you had left over each month from your wage and your outgoings. So now you're proper fucked. And while you're sat there on the toilet in the morning, reading tweets from the Metropolitan Police about online trolls and how they upset them, a SWAT team smashes through your bathroom window, straight past you on the shitter, and goes into your 11-year-old son's bedroom and arrests him for shouting at a police officer. Then your sister rings you. She's recently got fired from her job as a doctor for refusing to ask biological men if they're pregnant. And she tells you that your grandma's just frozen to death because Keir Starmer gave her a winter allowance to a country on the other side of the planet that's wealthier than us to help them with climate change. Oh, yeah. It's all getting a little bit much anyway. And you think, you know what I'll do? I'll nip off for a pint to relax. Maybe I'll sit in the beer garden and have a fag. But while you're doing that, you get barred because that's illegal now. So you decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a walk to clear my head. Morning. And while you're on your walk, clearing your head, you get stabbed to death. Yes, stabbed to death violently, just walking around the city. Then the Guardian plasters your face all over the news for randomly jumping on a perfectly good knife 54 times that was held by a choir boy. Then your sister's enraged by this, so she tweets about it. She gets nicked. Your son comes out of prison, all right, and he decides, I'm going to protest it because my dad's dead. But this time he shouts at a police horse, and he gets nicked for that. But the prisons are too full, so they let out Ian Huntley to put him in. Now, the mad thing about this tale is it doesn't even sound far-fetched anymore, does it? It's perfectly believable. I'll tell you why. Because it's all based on true events. Oh, this is our story. This is fucking England.
If you don't think that's coming to the U.S., you're sadly mistaken. Because Kamala already said that X should be taken away. You have 3 minutes, folks. We'll see you on the other side.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mainstream narrative has become cancerous to society. Currently, there is no known cure, but doses of other treatments have shown some promising results. Off-label use has been authorized.